So since the Panzer VII is now top of the tree, we're going to go and play a few games in it. Okay, so welcome to Safe Haven. Now, if you have watched any of my other videos on this map, then you know that pretty much no matter what tank I am in, I am going to go over to this side and try and get some early shots for the crossing. You'll also notice that we are loading mostly gold. The thing is, if I wasn't really making a video on this tank, I would probably just load full gold and just call it a day. Because it's just better. So, yep, that went high. I mean, gold wouldn't pen that anyway. But to actually do damage to this guy, we are probably going to need gold. So, is he going to expose himself in a second? There's a 50B coming. Okay, wonderful. This is going well. He doesn't really have shots on me too effectively. This mouse is... Are you going to be crossing, Mr. Mouse? No, I don't think the mouse is going to try and cross this. But because we're tall enough, we can actually see over this. I mean, I did just block my teammate, which is not so great, but... Nice. Managed to get one into the mouse. This tank, the gun is okay. The rest of it, not so much. I mean, maybe that's actually a little bit unfair. Maybe that is a little bit unfair to it. Because the tank is okay. The thing is, it's nothing special. The VKK, which is the reward tank, is... much better than this thing. I mean, you get the 350 heat, you get the 750 alpha with the VKK, and then this thing, obviously being the tech tree version, is... I mean, it's not necessarily the tech tree version of that tank, but it's as close in looks-wise to the VKK than any other tank. So... The difference between them is that the VKK gets a much stronger turret ring underneath. And that's about it. I think the lower plate is nearly exactly the same. Very fun. Well, he's dead. We did get the spotting for him. The 113 is now dead as well. And everyone else, there's an E3. Why is there an E3 that has decided that is the best position for him to go? Like, seriously? Really? This gun is pretty much a letdown at the moment. It has not really hit anything. Wow. Okay. What is this gun doing? That's unbelievable, actually. Thank you. Finally. Yep, and there is the weak spots of this tank, which is basically the entire turret. Yep. The entire gun mantlet is a weak spot on this vehicle. Which is, I would say, less than optimal. I kind of want to kill this Leo now. At least shoot this Leo again. I am cautious of the people that are around that way. I mean, no matter where I shoot, I'm just going to take a shot, so I might as well try and get a shot into this. There you go. Put one in. I know, I know. There's not really a lot I can do. Can I get one more shot out before I inevitably die? No. Wonderful. 10 shots fired, 5 hit, 3 pens. The gun is really good. I don't know why the gun misbehaved that badly, though. It's got .33 accuracy. Dispersion is okay on the turret traverse. Like, you don't necessarily need stab on this thing. I do not understand what was happening with that gun. It just didn't hit anything. Well, we're now on Paris, and hopefully we can actually do something. Well, I mean, hopefully the gun works this time. It's probably a better way of putting it. Yeah, the pen difference between the Steno rounds, it has 258, which is fine. And it's okay. But then the premium rounds have 315, which have much better shell velocity as well. So, I mean, yeah. Oh look, the gun actually behaved. That was nice. I like that our team is pushing forward. Oh, don't just stop. Jesus. I mean... Oh, okay. Man, oh, please. I don't want to block people, but they are just getting in the way at this point. Okay. I mean, it's going to be a tough shot to hit that either way. Oh, my next most hated point about this game. Good luck hitting that, Max. The bloody camera angles are abysmal under here. That S-Conk is going to be a very, very big issue to deal with. I don't really have enough pen to go underneath his, or into his turret ring, right below his gun. And he has more than enough pen, even with AP, to go straight through my turret. Well, at least the gun is somewhat behaving. We've hit 2 very, very good shots so far. Okay. Well, technically 3 shots, so that'll be the 4th. Another track. Because of the alpha on this tank, you can actually track people pretty effectively as well. Especially when people are completely clueless about the first field mod and they all pick the left-hand field mod for first one on heavies. When you should be picking the right sometimes. You can get a pretty nice easy track on people. I'm a bit worried about this. He's going to push that over. Please fall back. You're going to get squished by a Progetto. Wreck. I can't remember exactly how thick the lower plate is. But I know on like the VKK you can just go out sideways almost. As long as they shoot the lower plate, you'll be fine. And please stop. Thank you. We have won the mid, which is very, very good. I guess he just wanted to die at that point. Now there is the S-Conk and the 60 TP that is remaining. That would have been quite something if we hit that, but I wasn't really expecting to do that. He has just fired. I have a shorter reload than he does. Go for the lower plate, see if he hits it. Okay, he shoots the S-Conk. This is, he might actually be reloaded. There we go. We've made sure that we got that shot in. This is probably going to hurt. No. Go for the track. We have a Type 5 heavy behind us, which is good, but I think we're dead here. Try and get his ammo rack out if we can, but yeah, this is not so great for us. Yeah. I mean, 6.5 out of it is very, very good though. We're nearly done as maximum amount as we could. Would we have penned everything with AP? I mean, maybe. But, I mean, why would I bother shooting the AP round? You know? And look, we got our mastery. Wonderful. I believe we nearly got everything into tracking. So, the IS-7 was full track for 1,600. The 60p was spotting damage, and then we got another shot into tracking. Lovely. Apply! I earned 170k out of that game. I did have a 50k mission that I completed, but with full boosters. Like, this is what I mean. During Christmas, there's zero reason to spam like normal rounds if you're trying to free mark a tank. Like, at all. Like, just put some boosters on. You know what? Like, I'm sorry if this annoys people, but it's whatever. Like, I genuinely don't feel like this round is worth it. If this was Heat, then it'll be a little bit of a different story. And I'd probably keep 12 AP rounds, because Heat is not always the answer. But if it's AP versus APCR, like, there is zero reason for me to fire like the standard round over this. It doesn't even cost that much. 4.4k versus 1,200. But it's not that much more for what you're getting. To quickly show you what I mean with the armor layout on this tank, the lower plate is 280mm effective. It is 230mm thick lower plate. And if you angle it like this, one, they're going to need 300 and something pen to go through that, so it doesn't. That's just not going to happen. Like, even with premium rounds. So that 60 TP, when I was angling against him, he would have a very, very hard time to be able to pen me, especially with his 250 standard pen. And if it's Heat, he's not going through the tracks reliably. And then the lower plate is about 300mm thick. Yeah. But I mean, you do have this issue. It's a slight issue. But when you're fully angling and whatnot, you know, say you're angling like this, around about 300 pen for the lower plate. If they're not firing premium, that's going to be a very, very bad time for them. As you can see, it's not happening. However, you do kind of have the gun mantlet problem, which if you just go to the left or the right of the gun, as you can see here, it's around about 200 pen to go through there. And then you have obviously the turret ring at the bottom as well. So this tank does have the issues like this. It's unfortunate, but I mean, it's balanced. Imagine if this tank didn't have weak spots up here. Like, you just couldn't kill it. Okay, so for our third and final game, we're having counter on Lakeville. This is not too bad. Look, the TD has already found his position. He has moved a grand total of, how far away is that? 60, that's 60 meters. 10 meters he moved. Instantly found his position where he will sit for the rest of the game. Oh, hello. I mean, it wouldn't have hit anyway, but I think he got tracked there. The shell dipped low, but it's whatever. So yeah, we're going to the city, because that is where the cap is, and hopefully we'll meet some people. Also, hopefully from there you saw that going and trying to side scrape, exposing, you know, your turret ring is not the ideal position or way to play this. You should go out, you know, almost like the opposite and just bait your lower plate, because people will shoot it and they will probably bounce. You know, even with 340 heat, you can maybe sometimes get some bounces. To get a shot on this guy is going to be a bit of a problem. As you can see, he's not really exposing anything. There's a 7.52. The 7.52 can't really pen that too well, as we know he's going to need about 300 effective pen, and that kind of distance from however far away he is, it's going to drop a little bit in pen values, so not too much. Very nice. So far so good. We're just playing as and when we can reload and then shoot to maximize our damage. I couldn't quite see the outline there, which was a little bit annoying. I can try and do this, although I think he's going to pen near enough every single shot. But just try and bounce to cause him a few issues. He is going to be actually kind of better, almost, for me to try and deal with him. There we go. Put another one in. If it was AP, he could go straight for my gunman reliably. But because he's using heat, he doesn't have it as reliable. I will now repair that. That was a good shot. I don't really know how that bounced. But we have lost a considerable amount of health doing this, which is not great. What? Okay. I don't know how that bounces, but thank you. Try and kill this guy, get him out the game. Help out my team. Nice. We should be winning this game. Does he peek this again in a second? On a scale of 1 to 10, how dumb are you, sir? Very nice. Does this CS peek this? I'm gonna go forwards and pre-fire this CS. I have no idea. I think that hit the floor. And we definitely hit the correct location, and we did get spotted after that, so maybe we hit the CS. I don't think we hit him. I think he was already on that hit points. We're going to do the classic, I'm not looking at you, Mr. CS. See how fast we can... Oh, we acted fast enough. I knew we were going to take a shot for that. Wasn't necessarily the best of ideas for me, to be honest, but we're going to go down here and see if we can get shots from here to help out. Like killing this IS-7 or the Hori 3. One into the Hori. 10-second route. Oh, he's coming for me. That is... Jesus, that is not a good thing. Where's he looking? Right, the Hori just fired. I'm going to just ram him. We are quite a heavy tank after all. I can put one into this guy. And just hope that he doesn't pen me in return. In fact, the CS is going to come for me, so I need to turn around. Oh. Okay. The CS is on his way this way. Or at least I would be, if that was me in the CS. He's not on his way. He actually just left the S-Conk. What? Okay, that is interesting. I know we ammo-racked the S-Conk, we got lucky there. I don't think that he would have, like, killed me in one shot. He would have had to high roll quite a lot. So he still probably would be alive, and the ammo rack didn't make too much of a difference, especially considering we still have the WT. So if he had shot me, the WT could have just killed him pretty easily. So in that kind of situation, it's not too bad overall. Nice. And I don't think we're going to get anything else out of this. There we go. Oh, I mean, another 4 kills. That's 5.6k. The gun worked fine. I mean, I think it's just the first game that was a bit of the anomaly. So another game that we can click apply. Very, very nice. And we still made 50k. Very, very nice indeed. So yeah, the Panzer VII. It's not as good as other tanks. Okay? It's just not. But is it an awful tank? No. It's definitely not an awful tank. The thing is, a lot of people misplay this vehicle trying to side scrape with it. They see that it's a rear-mounted turreted tank, and they think, perfect. Side scrape time. Especially considering that you come from the VKB, right? And this tank, you can revert, side scrape very effectively with it being the rear, because there's no weak spot underneath this. And then you come to the tier 10, and you realize, yeah, what I should really be doing is just going around the corner, exposing the lower plate, which kind of counters any knowledge that you might have about the game by being side scrape is key, and you should never really expose your lower plate. But in this tank, you should, because you will bait an extremely large amount of shots off this lower plate. Either way, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, you know what to do. Leave your comment down below on what you think about the Panzer VII. And I'll see you on the next one.